Hello and welcome. This is your host Bianca Saurashtra, and we'll be bringing to you some of the prominent news stories from across the world. Let's have a look at the headlines. Bollywood stars Rekha, Ranbir Kapoor, Gulshan Grover walked the green carpet for the 2018 IFA Awards. UK ambassador describes Prince William's visit a celebration of UK-Israel ties. Thousands told to evacuate Northern California wildfire. Britain's Prince William gives speech at Queen's birthday party. Australia and Vanuatu to negotiate security treaty. Let's have a look at the stories in detail. Stars of the Indian cinema including Rekha, Ranbir Kapoor, Gulshan Grover arrived for the highlight of the 19th International Indian Film Academy IFA Awards held in Bangkok on Sunday. Indian film stars arrived in Bangkok to attend the 4 days of events celebrating and promoting Indian movies and music to a global audience, with the highlight event awards ceremony rolling out of the green carpet.
When I do theatre, I say I have a preference for theatre. When I do film, I say I have a preference for film. But it's acting is acting. Create a character, no matter where you're doing it, doesn't make a difference. I love my movies, I love my theatre, and I love the camera.
The last thing I check are my nerves. I take a few deep breaths and I'm like, okay, I have to do this. I have to go on stage now. And I also really hope and pray that the crowd gives that energy, because we do what we do for you guys, for the crowd.
Namaste England, it's exciting. We're done with it. It's coming out on 19th of October. And it's very, very special that I'm able to share screen space with Parineeti after all these years and still feel the same.
You know, your success and failure is not in your hands. What's in your hands is hard work and your intentions, and I'm really happy. I have no regrets with any film I've done. I'm really happy with every experience of mine.
Arriving on the green carpet event at Siam Nirama Theatre, Indian actor Gulshan Grover said he was very happy about the exciting evening. The actor said that he is looking forward to watch the biggest celebration of Indian cinema in Bangkok, Thailand.
Very happy this evening, because looking forward to an exciting evening, looking forward to watching the biggest celebration of Indian cinema in Bangkok, Thailand.
The most nominated film of the ceremony is Tumhari Sullu, with 7 nominations including Best Picture, Best Direction and Best Story. Competing with Tumhari Sullu for Best Picture are Bareli Ki Barfi, Hindi Medium, Newton and Toilet Ek Prem Katha. Actress and singer Kriti Sanon said that it's not her own performance but Rekha's that excites her the most.
More than my own performance, I'm actually excited about Rekha ji's performance. She's performing after 25 years and I obviously have never seen her perform live. So this is going to be a treat for all of us.
The 19th Annual IFA Weekend Awards follows previous events hosted by cities including New York, London and Madrid. This is the second time that Bangkok has hosted the glamorous Bollywood event. For the award night, director Karan Johar and actor Ritesh Deshmukh are returning to the stage the second time as MCs after the last year's show in New York. For the award night, director Karan Johar and actor Ritesh Deshmukh are returning to the stage the second time as MCs after last year's show in New York. Star-studded performances for the award night included Ranbir Kapoor, Arjun Kapoor, Varun Dhawan, Bobby Deol, Kriti Sanon, Shraddha Kapoor, Ulya Ventur and actress Rekha, who will be returning to the stage for the first time in 21 years. British Ambassador David Query spoke about Prince William's visit to Israel and the Palestinian Authority. Query stated that it is the first official visit by a senior member of the royal family, and he thinks it's going to be a great success and hopes that it will be a celebration of the modern relationship, the modern partnership between UK and Israel. He also added that it's going to be the celebration of the strength of the country's contemporary relationship.
It's a celebration of the strength of our contemporary relationship between the UK and Israel. We've never had such a strong relationship in terms of trade, investment, science and technology. We also work closely together against terrorism and other shared threats. So it's the right moment, we think, for a visit to really shine a light on that relationship and show how strong the contemporary relationship is between the two countries.
UK has never had such a strong relationship in terms of trade, investment, science, technology, terrorism and other shared threats. It is a right moment for a visit to shine the light on that relationship. The British government policy has been consistent when it comes to Jerusalem for decades and nothing has changed. The Prince's visit will reflect years of tomology. The ambassador said that there was no political message in the Prince's visit as the Duke is not a political figure. The Prince will be there to see a bit of the country, get to meet some of the people and also to get a flavour of Israel to see what's happening. Query also stated that there is a mutual respect and trust between the two nations as there are a lot of views and ideologies that are different in both UK and Israel. But this is a true challenge and mark of respect that the two countries hold for each other.
British government policy has been consistent regarding Jerusalem for years, for decades in fact. And absolutely nothing has changed regarding our policy. And the description, for example, of the Prince's visit reflected decades of terminology used by British governments. It's important to emphasise that the Duke is not a political figure. This is not a political visit. We have a different view than the government of Israel does, that's clear. There are many things that we and the government of Israel agree on. There are many things that we work together on. There are some issues that we take a different view on, and I think that's characteristic of a deep, mature relationship as we have between the two countries. The Duke's very clear that he wants to come and get under the skin of the country. He wants to get a feel for Israel. He wants to get a flavour of the country. He doesn't just want to come and sit in meeting rooms and do what many visitors do. He actually wants to get out there and experience the place, including particularly meeting young people here. I shall be watching the football match. We're going to have a 2-hour pause this afternoon in our visit preparations to allow us all to be cheering on England against Panama, and then we'll be back to work this evening preparing for the visit. But I'm afraid there's no way. I mean, the Duke is a massive football fan, so I'm sure he will be following it closely, and there's no way the embassy won't be watching the football this afternoon.
Britain's Prince William praised historic ties and friendship with Jordan and the kingdom's commitment to Syrian and Palestinian refugees as he began an historic 5-day tour that also includes Israel and the Palestinian territories. Though billed as non-political, it is a high-profile visit for William, who is second in line to the throne. He is meeting with young scientists, refugees and political leaders in a tumultuous region Britain controlled between the two world wars. In Jordan, the prince was hosted by Crown Prince Hussein, a member of the Hashemite dynasty, which Britain helped install in Transjordan almost a century ago. After a reception to mark the birthday of Prince William's grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, he praised Jordan's resilience as it absorbed waves of refugees over the decades. He said his wife Catherine was very sorry that she was not able to join him on his trip soon after the April birth of their son, Louis. He noted that she had spent almost 3 years as a child in Jordan when her father worked in Amman for British Airways. William said that her family remembers very fondly the stay in Jordan, adding that the positive experience is not unique. William said that the interchange between the two countries is real and it's deep. Work, study, tourism and family links. Their historic ties and friendship are played out in the lives of thousands of people who consider both the countries home. The two princes visited a technology lab for the digital manufacturing supported by the Crown Prince Foundation. Students from the Hussein Technical University presented some of their projects, including a multi-axis robotic arm and a paint robot. William was also given a wooden shield decorated with the crest of Aston Villa, the football team that he supports in the United Kingdom.
The ties between our royal families stretch back over many generations. My grandmother, the Queen, and His late Majesty King Hussein ascended to the throne exactly 1 month apart in 1952. The Queen to this day talks fondly of the special bond of friendship that existed between them. Your Royal Highnesses, I look forward to continuing to strengthen this bond between our families in the years to come. These same bonds extend also to our militaries. We in the United Kingdom treasure our links with your armed forces enormously. The idea of service to one's country has always been a value that we share. From the Great Arab Revolt of 1917 to the battle against Daesh today, our armed forces and security organisations have stood and will continue to stand side by side against shared threats and in defence of shared values. My wife Catherine is very sorry she cannot be here with me so soon after the birth of our son Louis, but her family remembers very fondly the almost 3 years she spent here as a child when her father worked for British Airways in Amman. Catherine's experience is not unique. The interchange between our two countries is real and it's deep. Work, study, tourism, and family links. Our historic ties and friendship are played out in the lives of thousands of people who consider both countries home. Royal Highnesses, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to conclude with the traditional toasts offered at this occasion. First, His Majesty King Abdullah II bin Al Hussein and the enduring strength of the relationship between the Royal Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan and the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Thank you. His Majesty the King. And also to include Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
Wind-driven wildfires destroyed buildings and threatened hundreds of others as they raced across dry brushes in rural Northern California. The Pawnee fire that broke out near the community of Clear Lake Oaks has destroyed 12 buildings and threatened an additional 600 as it burned out of the control across about 12 square miles. The Pawnee fire that broke out near the community of Clear Lake Oaks has destroyed 12 buildings and threatened an additional 600 as it burned out of control across about 12 square miles. Authorities ordered people to evacuate all homes in the Spring Valley area, where about 3,000 people live. More than 235 fighters using helicopters, bulldozers and other equipment were battling the Pawnee fire in a rugged area that made it difficult to get equipment up close. Australia said that it would negotiate a security treaty with Vanuatu weeks after the Australian Prime Minister warned China against building a military base on the South Pacific island nation. Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull announced the negotiations during a visit to the Australian Parliament House by Vanuatu Prime Minister Charlotte Salwai Tibi Masmas. Turnbull said that he and Salwai had reinforced their commitment to a deep and enduring economic and security partnership. A Vanuatu government spokesperson did not immediately respond to a request for the comment. In May, China and Vanuatu denied media reports that the Chinese had approached the former joint British-French colony population of 280,000 about building a permanent military presence in the South Pacific. Turnbull said that at that time Australia would view the great concern the establishment of any foreign military base in those Pacific Island countries and neighbours of theirs.
Okay. Yeah. Very good. Thank you. Last night, of course.
Hello, Prime Minister Salwai. How are you? Lovely to see you. Yeah, do you mind if I stand here? Apparently we're doing it this way.
Okay.
Oh, it's gold here, but
It's too cold for me.
yeah, I thought so.
Very good. Come in. Come in.
Well, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching.